what's going on, people? This is Speederman here once again with another film review, and this time I'm talking about a very trippy film from Gaspar Noé. It's called Enter the Void from the year 2009. Wow, what a trippy film this is. So, let's talk about the story. The story is about this brother and sister, but it's more about the brother. He's a drug dealer living in Tokyo, really cool part of Tokyo, and yeah, we see him, selling drugs. There's a lot of use of DMT in this film, and yeah, we see a lot of this going on. Now, there's a brother and sister. He saves up enough money to get his sister to move in with him, and they both had like a very traumatic childhood, so they're pretty much all the family they have left, and so they end up living in Tokyo together. And yeah, this film is very, very, very different, very visual, very experimental. One thing I gotta say about this film that some people might not like is there's a lot of like flash strobe like effects in this film, a lot of flashing lights. So if you're one of those people that are annoyed by that, or you have epilepsy, then I would not recommend this film for you guys. But yeah, this film is almost like 2 hours and 41 minutes long. There is a shorter version of this film, but I think I watched the longer version. And yeah, so let's talk about the way this film looks. The way this film looks is very, very cool, very dynamic, very experimental. There's a lot of shots that look like they've been shot by like this drone. A lot of up above shots. There's a lot of rotating shots. If you're familiar with Gaspar Noé's other films, like in Climax, Irreversible, those films, you'll see a lot of those rotating shots. So a lot of people might find this disorienting. I kind of find it annoying because there's a lot of shots like this. It's very repetitive, and of course there's a lot of like psychedelic light effects in this too, and that kind of got repetitive too. But what really kept me engaged in this film was a story, and the story is really strong here. It's very, very interesting. The story is very relatable. It could be very relatable to some people. It's a very realistic story. I mean, this kind of story could happen to anybody, and I like that that's the thing I really like most about this film. The acting is good. The sister's hot. Without giving too much away, but yeah, the film, I know I say this a lot, but this film would have been better if it was, let's say, 40 minutes shorter, maybe an hour shorter than the actual runtime. The first half of this film is very good, but then it goes into this, place where the story kind of stops and we see these lingering shots, and it kind of takes away from your attention to the film, I think, or at least for me it did. And yeah, I mean, it's a very long film that should have been shorter, but I like how experimental it was and how it was trying to do something different, and the way it's shot is very interesting. So all in all, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. Just on the way the film looks alone. The story is very good. I highly recommend this film if you guys are looking for something different, or if you're just a fan of Gaspar Noé's films, experimental films, or films that involve drugs, And I like the way the city looks. You get to see a look into Tokyo nightlife, the Tokyo bars, the Tokyo strip clubs, all that. Pretty choice, man. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys check this film out. Buy it on Blu-ray, DVD. It's a movie you can watch over and over again. You can show it to your friends. And I think everybody who watches this film will find something good or interesting about it. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of sex in this film too. But yeah, I liked it, man. I didn't expect to like it this much, but I really recommend you guys check out this film. Like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that sub button. We're almost to 100 subscribers, alright? Peace.